Tim's family, TGIF. Thank God I'm favored. Let me get right into it, man. Just let me get right into it and just keep it 100. Just gonna be straight up with you, man. Many of you are drunk on bad, cheap friendships and relationships. Listen to me. Listen to what I'm telling you. Many of you are drunk, pissy drunk, on bad, cheap friendships and relationships. Are your friends stuck on a dead-end job? Or better yet, are your friends unemployed? They don't have their own business. Their only business is sitting around telling you what the hell you can and cannot do. Sitting on their ass talking shit. Constipated because they can't come up with shit. If so, good luck. If so, you need to distill your life today, right now. In short, distillation is a purifying process in which you get liquor and you put it under extreme heat until the different components of that liquor come to a boiling point. And when different components of that liquor come into a boiling point, it evaporates. And when those different components evaporate at different boiling points, you bring the temperature down really low until it cools off and it's cold enough for it to condense. That's the condensation portion of distillation. And in that condensation portion of the distillation, you get droppings from the evaporation. And that condensation is the distilled liquor. Now with vodka in particular is one of the liquors that is distilled multiple times. Vodka is distilled 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. There's even some vodka that's distilled 100 times. Now we pay so close attention to our liquor that we distill our liquor 100 times. How many times, I ask, have you distilled your friendship? How many times, I ask, have you distilled your relationships? You gotta go through something in order to have something. You have to go through something in order to purify whatever it is that you have. It has to be distilled. Distillation, you go through hot turbulence, heated situations. You get brought to your boiling point up the hill. You're going through something. Instead of vaporization, you're fuming. It's fuming. And in those fuming moments, you have to ease away and cool down. That's the condensation. And in that cooling down, you rethink your friendship. In that cooling down, you rethink your relationship. And you see yourself in the context of that other person. You see yourself in the context of this situation. And those jewels that you come away with, those jewels, those truths that you come away with from that boiling point, from that distillation, is the distilled liquor. It's the distilled life and relationship. How often do we do this? Why don't we distill our lives the way we distill our liquor? But see, even prior to doing this, prior to the distillation period, we have to do something that I read one time. It's called OQP. We have to choose only quality people. Too often we just go out there and just choose people, not quality people, just people. We choose OCP, only convenient people. Is your best friend because he or she is a quality person? Or is your best friend because he or she was a convenient person next door? Is it a coincidence that your soulmate at some point just so happened to be your schoolmate? Don't just befriend anybody that smiles at you. Don't just befriend anybody that pays you a compliment. Don't just befriend anybody that will befriend anybody just because you so happen to be there. Mr. or Mrs. Anybody, they say you'll do. And you say you will too. Love yours. Love your life enough to distill your life. Love your life enough to distill your friendships and your relationships. Take them through a process. We all have to go through. We all have to go through in order to get to. As I always say, and I say it over and over again, and you put me on the mountaintop, I scream it from the mountaintop. I scream it from the mountaintop. I don't care if y'all get tired of hearing me saying it. I say it again, and I say it again. Sometimes you gotta go through hell just to get to good. And y'all wanna make it to heaven. Sometimes you gotta go through hell just to make it to good. And you aspire to go to heaven. Is distillation too much to ask for? Is a process too much to ask for? We can't walk around here haphazardly choosing our soulmates. We can't walk around here haphazardly choosing our BFF, best friend forever. Sometimes if we don't take our time, that person that we think we're going to be together with, we end up being together with. You're together. Not together, but together. You're together with each other and you love one another. That's together. But together, you're foes. And you keep bumping heads. But you're together. That's your together. That's because you don't take time. That's because you wouldn't take time. That's because you thought that it wasn't important enough to distill. You only want distilled liquor because it's so smooth. It's so rich. It's so pure. You'll take time to distill your liquor, but you won't take time to distill your life. Your life is for life. It is life. Too many of you are getting drunk on bad, cheap relationships. relationships and friendships. You need to distill. No matter what you go through, sometimes it's going to be some pain. Sometimes it's going to be some hurt. It's going to be some disappointments. It's going to be some pain. Think to yourself, distill. Sometimes in a relationship, she's going to say some things to you that cut like a knife. Sometimes he's going to say some things to you that's going to just, think, distill. Sometimes even in relationships with your loved ones, your family members, things are going to come up and you guys are not going to see eye to eye. But somehow you're going to get past it. Somehow you have to get past it. Think, distill. After everything we've been through, and we continue to push, my friend, in spite of distill your life. Love yours enough to distill yours. Distill my story. IMTBOE. I make the best of every day. If you guys just keep coming back, you keep revisiting, I promise you that I will inspire you to do the same. But before I leave, I want you guys to go down below and press that red subscribe button if you haven't. I want you to go down below and comment if you haven't. I feel bad that I keep inviting you to my table. This is my table. I keep inviting you to my table and I keep feeding you from my food, from my table, and I can't get you to give me any feedback. You won't feed me back. I want to deal with OQP, only quality people. And I know you're quality people. I need you to do a quality thing. You spend 5 or 10 seconds, give me a comment, give me some feedback so I can get some ideas with how this message is resonating with you, and I can give you a better message, a more informed message. Peace.